Hi all, welcome back to another episode of Paul's Workshop, and today we're going to grab that Delta grinder. We're going to address the grinding wheel and the big grindstone. We're going to clean it up, we're going to lube it up, and the gearbox and all that, and get it ready to go, so don't go away. It is the Delta grinder. I have it mounted to the Workmate here, and let's turn it on first, just so you can get a feel for how it sounds. And there, if you look at it, you can see that grindstone goes much, much slower than the little grinding wheel. So I did get a grinding wheel dresser at Harbor Freight. So first I'm going to dress the small wheel. Yeah, if we can get in there now, we can see it's starting to really clean it up, make it look nice. Not sure how to get the edge there. Not that that really needs to be done, but I think we'll run it just a bit more. Okay, for the big wheel, I changed the angle here a little bit. I'm thinking we should be able to go at it like this. Probably going to take a little bit longer because this is a slower moving wheel. But let's see how she goes. I think there's a flat spot on this wheel. One thing I noticed. I mean, this is starting to already make work of it, but it's going to take a little while to get this one down. The other wheel went much quicker, obviously because this is a slower RPM, but yeah, we'll stick with it. So after a couple minutes with the dressing wheel, I realized it's not really working well. So what I grabbed was one of these diamond hones and started working it across the surface. And that has actually made quite a big difference in just a couple minutes time. So I'm going to run this. I think hopefully this holds up. I don't see this being much different than those three-sided stones, other than they're metal, those, like those three-sided diamond dressing sticks. So I'm going to run this through. If you look, you can see the curvature here in the stone. So I'd like to get this flat if I can. So I'm going to run this for a few more minutes. All right, we made quite a big difference here. I'm going to get an actual diamond hone for this. But just kind of putting a straight edge on it, I think it's pretty nice. Got a nice, really resurfaced that pretty well. So now the next step is to take this apart and clean it up. And the great thing is the internet, right? It's not just for arguing with people about their political views. You can also find the original instruction manuals for things like these grinders, which will show you what you need to do for maintenance. So I did find that, and I'm able to see I have to take a few things apart and get into the gearbox and all that. So we're going to do that next. Okay, we have 4 Allen screws we need to remove. Let's get our bearings. Get our bearings. It's our bearing plate here. It's plastic, which is kind of unfortunate. Now you see we can remove that whole thing out of there. Let's put that so we don't break it. I have this thing clamped down to the bench here. That's a good idea. Now I can get rid of all of that and rinse this out. All right, so I took this out, I rinsed out the inside, got rid of all that crud that was in there. And now I'm gonna reinstall the pillow block. I'll probably put a little bit of oil or grease on here, and then we'll get into the gearbox on the side. All right, the next part to get into is here. So we're gonna remove the nameplate, and we're gonna go in and grease, or at least look at the gears. They may need grease, they may not. Let's take a look. All right, that looks a little grungy in there, so we're gonna, can we clean any of that? Oh yeah, we can clean this old grease out of there. just kind of dried up. All right, I greased it up here with some of my free white lithium grease that I got out of the free pile at the garage sale. It looks like from the manual, it doesn't really look like it needs all that much. So just something to keep the worm gear greased. And we'll put the screws back in. Okay, grease is in. If we look at the date code down here, it says 1995. So it's not looking bad for 30 years old. Let's give it a quick run. That wheel still looks a little bit out of true. So, but I think with the proper diamond hone, we can get it dialed in a little bit more. But yeah, for right now, I think I'm happy with that. Hey folks, thanks for watching today. That's going to do it for right now. I'm pretty happy I got the one wheel dressed. I got that big grindstone. It's a lot better than it was, but I think I really need to get either a dressing stick or a dressing hone of some kind. So I'll get that, just get it dialed in a bit more, and then I can use it to clean up the lawnmower blade maybe, or some shears or something like that. So I hope you enjoyed checking this out. Thanks for watching, and if you like what we do, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, and we'll be back next time with another exciting project at Paul's Workshop.